Welcome to our defense briefing program. I am your host, Liang Jun. We have some significant news to discuss. A recent study published in the Lancet journal has revealed that the official death toll from the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict may be dramatically underestimated by 48. Researchers estimate that over 6,000 deaths occurred in Gaza due to traumatic injuries, highlighting the severe impact on the healthcare system amid the ongoing war. In other news, former Trump National Security Advisor McMaster has made alarming claims that China has hacked Trump's phone and is preparing for a potential first-strike nuclear capability against the U.S., emphasizes the need for a robust response to China's cyber intrusions and calls for coordinated efforts to counter their influence, stressing the importance of international collaboration. Lastly, victims of a tragic truck attack in New Orleans are taking legal action against the city and contractors, claiming negligence in preventing the incident that resulted in multiple fatalities and injuries. The lawsuit highlights concerns over the city's safety measures and the ongoing risks to public safety. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage of these important stories. The Globe and Mail reports on a revealing study published in the Lancet journal, which indicates that the official Palestinian death toll from the ongoing Israel-Hamas war may significantly undercount the true number of casualties by as much as 48. Conducted by researchers from esteemed institutions such as the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine and Yale University. The study utilized a capture-recapture analysis to estimate that 6,260 deaths occurred from traumatic injuries in Gaza between October 2023 and June 2024. This figure is starkly higher than the official count provided by the Palestinian Health Ministry, which has faced challenges in maintaining accurate records due to the deteriorating healthcare infrastructure amidst the conflict. The study highlights the grim reality that a large portion of the deceased are women, children, and the elderly, while also noting that many victims may remain buried under the rubble, unaccounted for in official statistics. In a striking revelation from the South China Morning Post, former Trump National Security Advisor McMaster has asserted that China has hacked President Trump's phone and is preparing for a potential first-strike nuclear capability against the United States. Speaking at a think tank event, McMaster warned that the U.S. needs to impose significant costs on China for its extensive cyber intrusions, claiming that the country has stolen vast amounts of data from U.S. comments come amid heightened concerns over China's expanding nuclear arsenal and cyber capabilities. McMaster emphasized the necessity for the U.S. to develop a robust strategy to counter Chinese aggression and prevent Beijing from establishing dominance in the Indo-Pacific region. Diplomatic and military measures to address the challenges posed by China's actions on the global stage. The Associated Press covers a lawsuit filed by victims of a tragic truck attack in New Orleans, which claimed the lives of 14 people and injured at least 30 during a New Year's celebration. The lawsuit alleges that the city and contractors failed to implement adequate safety measures to protect revelers from the assailant, Zhang Zidinbar, who evaded a police blockade and drove his vehicle onto Bourbon Street. The plaintiffs, including injured victims and the father of a deceased man, are seeking damages for the physical and emotional suffering caused by the incident. The lawsuit points to previous warnings about the risks of vehicle attacks and the city's investment in safety improvements, which were reportedly ineffective due to disabled protective bollards. The tragic event has sparked further investigations into the city's preparedness and response to such threats, with multiple law firms representing additional victims in their pursuit of accountability. The Globe and Mail reports on the emotional turmoil faced by families of 9/11 victims as they await the potential conclusion of the long-drawn military trials for the accused masterminds of the attacks. Chen Fairbairn, who lost his son, has traveled to Guantanamo Bay multiple times for the proceedings and has formed connections with other grieving families, with the possibility of a guilty from college Sheikh Mohammed. Fairbairn expresses a desperate hope for closure, despite the realization that true closure may never come. Meanwhile, other families are disheartened by the plea deals, fearing they may prevent a thorough trial that could unveil critical information about the attacks, including potential involvement from foreign entities. Al Jazeera introduces Joseph Aoun as Lebanon's new president, filling a 2-year leadership vacuum left by Michel Aoun. Joseph Aoun, the 60-year-old army commander, garnered support from a wide array of political figures and won the presidency amid a backdrop of severe economic crisis and political dysfunction. Has bolstered its reputation. However, the country's struggles, including the fallout from the Beirut explosion and ongoing tensions with Israel, pose significant challenges, while Lawan's appointment might signal a fresh start for Lebanon. The real test lies in whether he can effectively address the pressing issues plaguing the nation. Nikkei Asia highlights Honda's alarming 39 drop in sales in China, marking the first time in 9 years that its sales fell below 1 million units. The Japanese automaker, alongside Nissan and Toyota, has been grappling with fierce price competition from local manufacturers like BYD, which has surged in the electric vehicle market. As Japanese companies struggle to adapt to the rapidly changing automotive landscape, they face intense pressure to cut prices and restructure operations. Honda has already begun closing plants and reducing workforce numbers in response to declining sales, while also collaborating with tech firms to enhance their offerings in autonomous driving. The shift towards new energy vehicles is reshaping the industry, and Japanese automakers must navigate these challenges to regain their footing in the world's largest auto market. Nikkei Asia reports on China's significant advancements in fortifying its air bases, revealing that the People's Liberation Army has more than doubled its number of hardened aircraft shelters since the early 2010s, increasing from 370 to over 800. The Hudson Institute's report emphasizes the scale of concrete used in these constructions, enough to pave a 4-lane highway from Washington to Chicago, highlighting China's strategic advantage over and light airfields in a potential conflict over Taiwan. This disparity in military preparedness suggests that the Chinese military could effectively neutralize critical assets with a fraction of the firepower, prompting the authors to recommend a renewed focus on hardening bases to counteract this emerging threat. The New York Times covers Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's urgent call to maintain military support from allied nations as he anticipates a pivotal shift in global dynamics with the upcoming inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump. During a meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group, Zelensky stressed the importance of continuing the defense coalitions established over nearly 3 years of conflict with Russia, warning against complacency at this critical juncture. The U. Secretary of Defense announced a new $500 million military aid package for Ukraine, underscoring the commitment to bolster Ukraine's defenses against ongoing threats. RFI highlights the troubling situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where Tutsi-led rebels have tightened their grip on mineral wealth amidst allegations of support from Rwandan forces. A UN report accuses the M23 rebels of establishing shadow administrations to exploit strategic mines and trade routes, leading to significant contamination of supply chains with conflict minerals. The report reveals that the rebels are financing their operations through coltan exports, generating substantial revenue while creating a mining ministry to oversee these activities. The ongoing violence and territorial expansion raise concerns about the long-term impacts on global electronics manufacturers and the humanitarian crisis, as over 100,000 people have been displaced in North Kivu alone since early 2025. CBC in a thrilling overtime showdown. Taylor Heiss emerged as the hero for the Minnesota Frost, scoring her second goal of the season just 3:20 into extra time to secure a hard-fought 2-1 victory over the Boston Fleet. Heiss's decisive moment came during a breakaway where she skillfully maneuvered past Boston's goalie Emma Soderberg, firing the puck into the net and clinching the win. This match marked the third time this season that Minnesota has edged out Boston by a single goal, with 2 of those victories occurring in overtime. Despite being known for their high-scoring prowess, the Frost faced a tough challenge as Soderberg managed to limit them to just 1 goal in regulation, which came from Denisa Krzyzova after Boston's Hannah Bilka had initially put the Fleet ahead with a quick goal. Minnesota's goalie Maddie Rui was stellar after that, shutting out Boston for the remainder of the game and racking up 20 sky saves. The Frost, who were missing key players due to injuries, concluded a grueling 4-game homestand and are set to face Montreal and Denver next. Meanwhile, Boston looks to bounce back as they prepare for a matchup against Ottawa. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopsis, thoughtfully curated by the 60O team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 60O Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 60O team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 60O Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 60brief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 60O Brief by email.
Turn on the TV screen, see the world unseen. China's on the news tonight, history in the spotlight. Scroll through my phone again, find out where to begin. Stories from the east to west, learning from the very best. News in China every day, learning in a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. Tales in modern times, mountains high and river rhymes, culture rich in every town, golden driving never down. Every headline a new friend, from beginning to the end, connecting hearts through every word. Story always heard. News in China every day, learning a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. A new friend, from beginning to the end, connecting hearts through every